reminder from your friendly neighborhood psychiatrist, who also happens to be certified in nutritional psychiatry, that the following are in fact vegetables, even if we don't always think of them as vegetables, but they are vegetables and they do count.
You know I'm a big fan of accessible and affordable ways to eat more vegetables, so let's see what you got.
First off, I don't know where this idea came from that lettuce is not a vegetable, but it's a vegetable. It grows in the ground. Some people think that iceberg lettuce is just like crunchy water, and because it's not dark green like spinach or kale, that it shouldn't count as like a leafy green or as like a vegetable, but it's a vegetable. You can go ahead and count it. I certainly do.
A serving of iceberg lettuce will give you about 1.5 grams of fiber, 23% daily value of vitamin K, 9% daily value of biotin, 8% daily value of folate, and 150 milligrams of antioxidant polyphenols, plus at least a few percent daily value of most other vitamins and minerals for just 16 calories. Which is why when you crunch the numbers and calculate nutrient density, you end up with a nutrivore score for iceberg lettuce of 773, which means that iceberg lettuce offers you more nutrients per calorie than celery, cucumber, green beans, or artichoke. Not that any of those are bad, just that iceberg lettuce is great.
Next one, and I can't believe I have to say this either, is frozen vegetables. I've heard some talk online that like frozen vegetables, canned vegetables, that those don't count, that it has to be fresh vegetables, that something like magically happens to the vegetables when you freeze them. And I just need to say that just because something is cheaper or more convenient doesn't mean that it's like morally inferior or nutritionally inferior. You can eat frozen vegetables. They can be a great way to get more into your diet that, like I said, is cheap and easy.
And because freezing locks in the nutrition, frozen vegetables are sometimes more nutrient dense than fresh. For example, frozen broccoli has a nutrivore score of 2,960, which is about 4.5% higher than fresh broccoli, which has a nutrivore score of 2,833. Well, that's not a meaningful difference, so choose whatever broccoli you like, have access to, and can afford. It's just an illustration of the excellent nutrient retention from freezing.
And the last one is a bit of a stretch, but it's just worth noting that paprika is technically a vegetable. So paprika, like the red spice, it's actually just dried and ground up red peppers. So while you might not be eating enough paprika to like count as a serving of vegetables, know that when you are sprinkling it on your dishes for the flavor, for the color, you are adding some nutrition, you are adding some more micronutrients, and you are adding some little trace amounts of vegetables.
I crunched the numbers, and 3.5 teaspoons of paprika is the equivalent of a 1 cup serving of red bell pepper. And that will give you nearly 3 grams of fiber, 22% of the daily value of vitamin A, 16% daily value of vitamin E, and 10% daily value of iron and vitamin B6. All for just 24 calories, which is why paprika has a nutrivore score of 847. And there's actually many dishes that use this much paprika, especially in Spanish, Hispanic, and Hungarian cuisine. So I think paprika totally counts.